Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 13 of Lancer Recap. I'm your host Jose Ramos as I get ready to bring you everything Longwood sports. One more week before spring break, so let's not waste any more time and jump right into it. Cue the intro. The men's basketball team played two matchups this past week, starting off at home in Farmville, Virginia in the JPB against UNC Asheville. The Lancers were able to stay connected the whole game, especially in the second half, which benefited the team massively to overcome 4 Bulldogs in double figures. As we take a look at some highlights, courtesy of the ESPN Plus crew. The Lancers struggled in the first half compared to UNC as they found themselves down 35-29. A nice dish by Jesper inside to Elijah Tucker. But a resurgence at their halftime helped the Lancers as they were able to knock down shots. Here we have Napper, nice finger roll after poking the ball away. Rebound by Jesper pushes the pace up ahead to Napper, finds the big man cutting Big Z with the dunk. From the three-point arc, they shot 66.7% to the Bulldogs' 27.3% as Emmanuel Richards knocks down that three. The Lancers were also able to grab 11 offensive rebounds to UNC's 4, allowing them to get 11 second chance points. Jonathan Massey knocks down the corner bomb. Credit Elijah Tucker with the assist. Here we have a defensive play. D.A. Houston able to swat that away. No easy buckets in the JPB. Napper, a nice fake, a three-pointer, able to connect on it. At the end of the game, it was Massey who put the game away, scoring the final 7 points of the game and grabbing the game-sealing rebound as Michael Christmas in the corner able to knock down that three. Waylon Napper grabs the defensive rebound, changes speed to the rim. He's been doing it all season, able to do it here. Jonathan Massey pump fake. Back to Jesper. Yes, sir. Number 35 able to connect on the three. Bulldog tries to go baseline. Zapala able to reject it. Jesper spinning, D.A. Houston in the corner for three, calls his own number. Michael Christmas, out, Napper, same spot from the elbow, another three-pointer. Elijah Tucker on the break, the big man throwing it down after getting the steal. Napper fakes to Michael Christmas, he gets a three-point shot off at the elbow. Here's another Michael Christmas play, cross-court pass on the other side of the court. He can do it on both sides. Napper, let me take this dance, finds the big man Elijah Tucker for the big flush. Here we are, Jonathan Massey able to score it in. This extends their winning streak to 3, final score being 80-75. 3 Lancers finish in double figures. Michael Christmas finishes with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jonathan Massey off the bench had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And our Lancer of the game is Waylon Napper, who finishes with a team-high 16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 steals on 7 of 17 shooting, all in 35 minutes of play. The Lancers then look forward to Radford as they were looking to get revenge this game. The Highlanders started out firing out the gates, and although the Lancers were able to shoot 50% from three-point range, which is great, the Highlanders shot 75% themselves. Longwood found themselves down 10 headed into the second half, and although they were able to keep it neck and neck, towards the end of the game, Radford finished with a season-high 13 three-pointers, which led to Lancers unfortunately losing 88-82. 3 Lancers finished in double figures. Elijah Tucker notches his second double-double of the season with 13 points and 11 rebounds. Michael Christmas is able to get double figures back-to-back, finishes with 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. And our Lancer of the game, Waylon Napper, again finishing with a team-high 21 points, also adding 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal, shooting 8 of 14 from the field in 36 minutes. The men's basketball team sit at 7-12 and 5-9 in Big South play, which sits them 5th in the Big South. With 2 games left in the season, they begin in Boiling Springs, North Carolina, where they'll face Gardner-Webb on the 29th of February, as Longwood looks to get back at them. Want to watch the game? You'll be able to check out all the action live on ESPNU. After that, the Lancers come home and face High Point. In the final game of the season, the Lancers try to go at the #1 seed in the Big South. It'll all take place on March 2nd. Apart from being the last game, this game is also senior night as the team will honor the seniors. After their last game, they'll play in the Big South Conference tournament, which will take place from March 6th through the 10th. Let's bring home that title. Good luck, Lancers. The women's basketball team also played 2 games in the past week as they first started off against UNC Asheville on the 21st. The Lancers started the game hot as they shot 50% in the first half, jumping to a 10-point lead, 36-26. The Bulldogs were able to out-rebound the Lancers 43-35, but tough defense by Longwood is what kept them ahead. As a team that recorded 11 steals and off turnovers, were able to score 26 points to UNC's 9. The Lancers ultimately finished shooting 42.9% to the Bulldogs' 39.7%, and were able to pull off the win 66-60. 3 players finished in double figures. Adriana Ship-Davis ended with 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. And Hamilton Leroy off the bench had 14 points and 2 rebounds. And our Lancer of the game is Malaya Brown, who scored 16 points, also adding 3 rebounds and 3 steals, shooting 7 of 12 from the floor, all in 31 minutes. The women's team then suited up at home in the JPB to face Radford, in what ended up being a dominating game for the team as we take a look at some highlights courtesy of the ESPN Plus crew. In the first quarter, the Lancers were able to hold the Highlanders to just 5 points in total as Adriana Ship-Davis gets us started here. After the first half, Longwood led 27-20, and also in this game, Longwood was able to battle on the boards as they pulled in 42 to Radford's 32, and Hamilton Leroy, no whistle, able to get inside. Adriana Ship-Davis muscling her way for the layup. Bailey Williams fakes inside. Lainey Bone faded away. She's been doing it all season. Kiki McIntyre able to get the steal. Malaya Brown bounce pass to Bailey Williams. The 3 guards connecting on that play. Nice steal by Malaya Brown. Easy layup for Adriana Ship-Davis. Defense played a crucial part as the Lancers had a total of 18 steals and 23 points off turnovers. In the paint, they muscled inside 36 points to the Radford's 24. For the game, they shot 43.1% to Radford's 27.5%. This kept them ahead all the way until the end. Malaya Brown drives inside. Nice mid-range jumper. Here we go. Final play of the highlights here. Malaya Brown at the logo, able to cash it in. Here we have her teammates, celebrating with her. Not a lot of people can say they hit that shot at the Division I level. As we take a look at it from the slash angle here, couple seconds, heaves it up, nothing but net for number 10. Lancers win 66-45. The standouts for this win include Ann Hamilton Leroy, ends with 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Bailey Williams, who finished with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. Kiki McIntyre adds 11 points, 4 assists, and 8 steals. In her Lancer of the game, Adriana Ship-Davis, who finishes with 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals on 7 of 14 shooting, all in 35 minutes. This game just wasn't also a massive win for Longwood. It was also a night to honor the seniors as the team honored Kiki McIntyre, Bailey Williams, Stephanie Davis, Janae Turner, Adriana Ship-Davis, and Ann Hamilton Leroy. Here at Lancer Recap, we thank you for all your intense play and stunning highlights, and we wish nothing but the best in your future. As Coach Erica Lane Montgomery said, it was a good night for Longwood. The women's team sit at 8-19 and 5-9 in Big South play with 2 games left on their schedule. They start off on the 28th against Gardner-Webb here in Farmville, Virginia. The team sits at a 2-game winning streak and look to extend it. After they finish their season against High Point on March 2nd, then they play in the Big South Conference Tournament, which takes place from the 6th to the 10th. We wish nothing but the best for the team, and as always, good luck, Lancers. The softball team comes back from the Plainsman Invitational where they played 1 game, which was against Northern Iowa. That had Sophia Knock hit 3 home runs in this game. She becomes the 4th Longwood player with 3 home runs in the game since 2013. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough as the Lancers fell 9-8 to the Panthers. After this matchup, Longwood withdrew from the remainder of the event due to unforeseen circumstances. Our player of the game is no surprise here. It's the sophomore from Liberty, Indiana. Number 3, as mentioned before, bombed 3 home runs in this matchup, also leading the team in batting average with .419, second in runs with 6 total, and first in hits with 13. Having an OPS, which is the percentage combination of slugging and on base, with 1.403. This performance named her to the Plainsman Invitational All-Tournament team. The softball team sits at 3-9 and get ready for this weekend where they'll be a part of the Tennessee Classic, started on March 1st against Stetson at 10 a.m., followed by a matchup against Brown at 12:30 p.m. On March 2nd, they face Tennessee at 12:30 p.m. You can watch this matchup on ESPN+. As of recording this video, the second matchup on March 2nd and the final matchup on March 3rd are to be announced. But on March 5th, the softball team has their home opener against the Virginia Cavaliers. Make sure to go out and support the team. After a small pit stop, they hit back on the road to the Tiger Invitational, which will take place over our spring break. On March 8th, they begin the event against Fordham at 10:30 a.m., followed by a matchup against Minnesota at 3:30 p.m. On the 9th, it's against Mercer at 3:30 p.m. with a matchup in the evening against Clemson at 6 p.m. Lastly, on the 10th, it's a rematch against Fordham at 10 a.m. A long schedule up ahead, and I can't wait to recap all of it for you at home. As always, we wish the team the best of luck. The baseball team played 4 games this past week, starting in Richmond, Virginia, where they took on VCU. The Lancers were able to get off to a hot start, converting on a 2-run single at the bottom of the first. They were able to take a 2-0 lead. The Rams then proceeded to fire back with a trio of runs, and after 4 innings, Longwood found themselves down 7-2. Longwood tried to catch up, cutting it to 7-6. Eventually, the Lancers ran out of gas, and the Rams added 6 more runs in the last 2 innings, winning 16-6. Following that matchup, the Lancers then faced a weekend against Iona, where they absolutely dominated. The first match on the 23rd ended 15-8, with Willie Havens becoming the spark plug in the 8th inning, starting the rally for the Lancers in the win. The next match on the 24th had the Lancers take a 3-0 in the first inning and never lost the lead, as the score was kept close, but Longwood remains on top. Final score 9-5. Finally, on the 25th, Longwood was able to complete the sweep 15-8, and the baseball team has their best start since 2010. Our Lancer of the game throughout the second week of the team's schedule is the graduate student from Amelia, Virginia, Willie Havens. Was able to provide offense against Iona, being a crucial player in their first matchup. Finishes the weekend with a batting average of .433 and OPS of 1.328, adding 6 runs to himself, 7 hits, and 6 runs batted in. Strong performance for number 14. The baseball team sit at 6-1 and have 2 weeks worth of games coming up. First on the 28th of February, it's against North Carolina and Chapel Hill at 4 p.m. The following weekend, it's the first series away as the team looks to face Kennesaw State on March 1st. It's a game at 4 p.m. On the 2nd, the matchup takes place at 2 p.m. And finally, on the 3rd, the series will end at 1 p.m. Following this week, the team plays on the 5th against Elon at 4 p.m. in Burlington, North Carolina, followed by a weekend in Columbia, South Carolina, where they play another series against the University of South Carolina. Starting on the 8th at 7 p.m., followed by a matchup on the 9th at 4 p.m., ending off on the 10th at 1:30 p.m. The last matchup is a rematch back at home at the Buddy Bolden Stadium against VCU as the Lancers look to fire back after that loss. A long recap of games is coming up after spring break, so be ready. And as always, we wish the team the best of luck. The Lacrosse team comes off of playing their home opener on the 24th against Kennesaw State. Starting off 48 seconds in, Ariana Tucci was able to score her first collegiate goal, which was followed by 3 straight by Kennesaw State. With around 40 seconds left in the quarter, Holly Hill was able to put one in, giving her 2 goals for the season. But the Owls kept their shooting on fire, jumping to a 7-2 lead at the start of the second quarter. But then Long would fire back 3 straight goals to cut it to 7-5. In the third quarter, Long was able to tie the game at 10-10, but in the end, Kennesaw State was able to keep Longwood at bay as they kept firing away. Lancers unfortunately lose 15-11. The standouts from this game include Bridget Robinson as a freshman with 19 saves. That's double-digit saves in back-to-back games for her. Riley McDonald, who scores 2 goals and assists with 1. Sophia Pasa able to score 3 goals and assist on 1. And our Lancer of the game, Claire Libley, scores 3 goals on 3 shots, also adding 2 assists, able to score and find her teammates. Crucial play for number 19. The Lacrosse team sits at 0-2 and are looking for their first win of the season. They have 3 games before I see all of you again, starting on the 28th, where the Monarchs of ODU visit Farmville and face the Lancers at Elizabeth Berger Jackson Field. Then on March 7th, it's against Kent State in Kent, Ohio, and rounded it out on March 9th, remaining in Ohio just 42 minutes from Kent and Youngstown, they take on Youngstown State. Make sure to share some support to the team, and as always, we wish our Lancers the best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 13 of Lancer Recap. As hinted before, next week is spring break, so sadly I will not be seeing y'all, but I will be jumping back into the swing of things the following week. I hope all of you have an amazing spring break and enjoy the time off. I've been your host, Jose Ramos Flores, and I cannot wait to see all your beautiful, lovely faces next time. Bye-bye.